Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. After being beat up by a monster resembling the Hulk, Shaggy and Scooby won out of the mystery-solving game in Episode 4, How to Train Your Coward. And much like the title suggests, beyond being a movie title reference, they'll be trading their replacements. I really love the concept for the episode, as you would imagine two big chickens wouldn't stand for their lives being put on the line on a weekly basis. It also brings to mind the opening to the god-awful live-action Scooby-Doo movie where the gang all split. Don't worry, Beakle Scooby-Doo handles it far better. If Beakle Scooby-Doo has made a name for itself for breaking down the classic Scooby-Doo tropes, then this one does the same for itself, with scenes where Shaggy essentially explains him and Scooby throwing monsters off their guard by not looking scared, all so their replacements can learn. This concept leads to many of the episode's laughs, and I couldn't be happier. The plot also reinforces the old belief of the franchise that Scooby and Shaggy are the glue that holds the gang together. While it doesn't go to the extremes past iterations have gone to in order to show that, it does play around with the two cowards' refusal to do anything scary being what helps solve mysteries. That's enforced when Shaggy's replacement voices his opinion that the treasure they find is the remains of past victims, which leads to the gang exploring that path instead of looking at other possibilities. Shaggy and Scooby being replaced wouldn't be as much fun if their replacements weren't a joy themselves. Morley and Bumpy are what I would imagine a modern version of the characters of Scooby-Doo looking like if they'd never existed until now. A hipster and his tiny dog. Well, no Shaggy or Scooby, the two are funny as heck watching and trying to understand what their roles even are. We haven't talked about the villain though. Well, it's a vampire. Another monster far too generic for me to look into. I don't think it's based on anything, really. Maybe the plot resembles a classic episode, but I can't be bothered to look. It's a decent monster for the episode. Once again, turns out to be someone far larger than the actual costume, the sheriff. His motive? Scaring people away and taking their money. Simple as that. While not the most exciting or intricate of plans, it's the scene where they question who carries behind gold that makes it all worth it. How to Train Your Coward is an excellent episode that comically explores the idea of what would the Scooby Gang be like without Scooby or Shaggy. While their return to the gang isn't as grand or emotional as I'd have liked, I think something else should have spurred them to action, I do think the writers handled it all with love and respect. In conclusion, a must-watch episode. You can hopefully find these episodes on Boomerang's app eventually, but for now, sadly, places like Kim Cartoon are your best hopes. Do not visit Kiss Cartoon. Apparently, it got taken over and will give you viruses if you aren't careful. Anyway, if you've seen the episode, sound off below with your thoughts. What do you think of Shaggy and Scooby's replacement? Would you want to see them appear again? Or maybe come back with their own group? Let me know. And if you'd be so kind, please check out my merch store or Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. Even $1 a month would be greatly appreciated and would help me. Scroll down to the description for links to those. Thanks for watching, and take care.